Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Today we're making a simple orange fluff salad. Now fluff salads have been around since the 60s or 70s, and there was no summer cookout or church potluck or just about any kind of get together in the 70s where you did not have fluff salad. And people still love it. If you're looking for something to kind of take you back to your childhood, this might be the perfect dessert for your Memorial Day get-together or whatever time you're celebrating this. Anyways, what we need are some Mandarin oranges because we're doing an orange fluff salad, and we need orange jello, a small pack, and Cool Whip or whipped topping of some kind, and you can also use stabilized whipped cream. And you can make fluff salads in any flavor, but we're going to do a cup of shredded coconut, a cup of cottage cheese, and about a cup and a half of mini marshmallows. All fluff salads pretty much have whipped topping or cream cheese in them, or both. We're using the cottage cheese instead of the cream cheese in this, and they pretty much all have jello and mini marshmallows in them. And you know, like I said, whatever flavor you want. But we are going to start by putting about a cup of this cottage cheese in here, and I ain't going to measure it exactly. That looks like about a cup. Yeah, that's definitely a cup. Maybe a little bit more, but that'll be fine. Something nutritious in here. And we're going to add our gelatin to this. And we're not dissolving it or anything like that. We're just stirring it up in here. And we're going to stir it up until it's evenly distributed and kind of dissolved. And I'm starting it in my cottage cheese because I don't want to take all the air out of my Cool Whip. Any brands will work, store brands or name brands or whatever. While I'm stirring this, I want to ask you all for a favor. If you're not already, would you please subscribe to the channel, and would you share our videos with your friends? Click like on here, and maybe even click the notification bell. We are having a terrible time getting our videos seen. We continue to put them up on a regular basis, but they're just not getting out. I would really appreciate it if you would help us. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my coconut in there. Said you ain't got to be real precise with it. My coconut's clumped. And you can use sweetened or unsweetened. I'm using sweetened. This is a really cool, like I said, it has a nostalgic flavor, perfect for summertime. Now, I'm going to add in everything else and mix it together. And while I'm adding in my Cool Whip and stuff, I'm going to share my Memorial Day plans with you because it is almost Memorial Day. I'm going for Decoration Sunday at the church where all of my mama's family, all their graves are. There's not a whole lot of family left there. And Decoration Day was started before Memorial Day. It was actually started during that little conflict between the North and the South in the 1860s. Dump your oranges in here as a way of honoring the soldiers who served in that. And folks would go out and they would decorate the graves, the resting places. They even went out to some of the battlefields. We're doing about a cup and a half of these. I add a little more. And this was a big can of Mandarin oranges. Well, not a big can, 15-ounce can. They make the little 10-ounce ones, but I used a 15-ounce can. You do want to drain your Mandarin oranges because the juice will make it runny. I forgot to tell you that. Drain your Mandarin oranges. Now, we're just going to gently fold this together. Anyways, folks would go out on Decoration Sunday and decorate the graves and honor those soldiers who served. And then it turned into Memorial Day much later. And Memorial Day is the fourth Monday. So every once in a while, we have Memorial Day and Decoration Day different weeks, because sometimes there's an extra Monday in there and Memorial Day will slip on down to the end of the month and Decoration Day will be the week before. There are some folks who think that the turmoil within our country should be escalated. And those people who think that, they need to read about that little conflict that happened in the 1860s, because it was absolutely horrific and no good whatsoever came out of it. I mean, a lot of people lost their lives, and the country ended up absolutely devastated. And that is all there is to making orange fluff salad. And this is the perfect dessert, like I said, any summertime get-together, whether it's a church potluck, Memorial Day, 4th of July, just a cookout. It mixes up in just a minute, under $10. You can transport it. You just got to keep it cool. You can eat it immediately, or you can mix it up the day before. I wouldn't go too much before the day before, and it will stay good a few days in the refrigerator, leftovers. You can add some chopped pecans in here, or whatever else you want to. You could even add a can of drained pineapples in here, but then that makes something different. This is orange fluff salad. If you want to boost that vanilla flavor to make it a little more of that dreamsicle flavor, add a few drops of vanilla to it. In fact, I might do that before I put this in the fridge. Add maybe teaspoon, half teaspoon of vanilla in here. And this is also called dreamsicle fluff or dreamsicle salad. Super, super easy. Like I said, under 10 bucks, cool summer dessert. Perfect, perfect, perfect for any of your summer get-togethers. That's it. Just mix it and enjoy it, or refrigerate it and enjoy it in a few hours. Super easy. But I'm going, like I said, I want to share my plans with you for Memorial Day. I'm going to go to the cemetery where my mama's family is all at. It's near Young Harris, Georgia. There's not a whole lot of family left there. So I want to kind of go take care of those graves. And we do have some family members who served during that conflict in the 1860s. But I want to help take care of those graves and see some folks that I haven't seen since I was a child, because that's where I grew up. We lived there near Granny and Pa and all my cousins. Not many of us left. And then when we're done there with Decoration Sunday, I'm going to drive down to Greene County near Greensboro, Georgia, where I went to high school at and where my mother's final resting place is. And my brother had told me that her headstone kind of needs some work. It's like sinking. So I'm going to see if we can't fix that and kind of clean up her grave and stuff on Monday, and maybe get together with him and have lunch. And, you know, Memorial Day we've kind of forgotten away from, or forgotten what the original meaning was, that it was a day to honor those who have passed, particularly those who served this country. And if you know a Gold Star family, a family who has had someone serve the country and they have lost their lives, please tell them thank you. And while you're out, if you still go out and participate in Decoration Day or Memorial Day services at cemeteries, take a few extra flags and put them on the graves of veterans who maybe don't have family members who come by anymore. I do have some extra flags I'm taking because I'm going to be going to a couple of cemeteries, and I will be placing those as a way of honoring those people who served. So if you happen to be in Greensboro, Georgia, or you're near Young Harris, Georgia, and you see me around, I'll be in Old Myrtle the Turtle. Honk and say hi, and if you got time to talk and we're stopped somewhere, I'd certainly love to meet you. And that leads me to Psalm 33:12. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. Please pray for our country, because we are kind of going through some stuff right now, and we need God to show our nation favor again. Thank you so very much for joining us again in the Hillbilly Kitchen. Thank you for being a part of our family. And until next time, remember to put God first.